Children, let us continue the chapter coordinate geometry. Now let us solve the exercise 2, which is based on section formula and midpoint formula. What is section formula? If P of xy divides the line segment joining the points A of x1 y1 and B of x2 y2 internally in the ratio m1 is to m2, then the coordinates of the point P of xy is m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2, m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. Here the value of x is m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2. Value of y is m1 y2 plus m2 y1 plus by m1 plus m2. Now if in the ratio m1 equals m2, then the ratio becomes 1 is to 1. Then the ratio is 1 is to 1, and that point is called the midpoint. The point P is called the midpoint. Then the coordinates of the midpoints are, that is P of xy equals x2 plus x1 by 2, y2 plus y1 by 2. This is called the midpoint formula. Now let us solve the problems based on the midpoint formula and sections formula. Now come to the exercise 2. First question. Find the coordinates of the point which divides the join of -1, 7 and 4, -3 in the ratio 2 is to 3. Here let us consider P of xy is the coordinates of the point which divides the line joining the points -1, 7 and 4, -3 in the ratio 2 is to 3, and P of xy that you have to find out. Now let us take here, let A is a point with coordinates -1, 7 and B is a point with coordinates 4, -3, and P of xy divides AB in the ratio m1 is to m2 equals 2 is to 3. So let us consider here m1 equals 2 and m2 equals 3, and these are x1 y1, x2 y2. Now let us write the section formula. P of xy equals, what is that, m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2, m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. Now P of xy equals, let us write the values of m1, m2, x1, x2, y1, y2. m1 is 2 into x2, x2 is 4, 2 into 4 plus m2 is 3, x1 is -1 by m1 plus m2, that is 2 plus 3. Then here m1 is 2, y2 is -3 plus m2 is 3, y1 is 7 by 2 plus 3. By 2 plus 3, then you write P of xy equals 2 4s are 8, 3 into minus 1 is minus 3 by 5. Here 2 3s are 6, that is minus 6 plus 21 by 5. Then P of xy equals 8 minus 3 is 5 by 5. Then here minus 6 plus 21 is, that is 15 by 21 minus 6, that is, so 15 by 5. 15 by 5. Then P of xy equals 5 ones are, you will get 1, and 5 ones are 5 threes are 3. So you got the required point is, what is the coordinates of the point which divides the join of minus 1 7 and 4 minus 3 in the ratio 2:3 is 1 3. Therefore you write, therefore the required point is 1 3. 1 3. This is the coordinates of the point which divides the line AB in the ratio 2:3. Now the second question, find the coordinates of the points of trisection of the line segment joining 4 minus 1 and minus 2 minus 3. Now consider the 2 points are A and B. The coordinates of A are 4 minus 1 and the coordinates of B are minus 2 minus 3. Let the point of trisection of the line segment AB be P of coordinates, let us have xy, and Q of capital X capital Y, let us have. Here the trisection points are P and Q. Let us have the coordinates of the point P is xy, coordinates of the point Q are x, y, capital X, capital Y. Now you know that as P and Q are the trisecting point, AP, PQ and QB are equal. So you write, let A is a point with coordinates 4 minus 1 and B is a point with coordinates minus 2 minus 3 and P and Q are the, so you take let P and Q are the points of trisection, So you take P is a point with xy and Q is a point with capital X capital Y. Let us have. Now you know that P divides AB in the ratio, you know that 1 part 2 part, so 1:2 and Q divides AB in the ratio 2:1. Now let us find the coordinates of the point P which divides the line AB in the ratio 1:2 and coordinates of the point Q which divides the AB in the ratio 2:1. Now for first one, that is to find P. So take to find P of xy. Write the section formula. What is that? Let us have the point A and B. A is a point with coordinate 4 minus 1. B is a point with coordinates minus 2 minus 3. So you write x1, y1 and x2, y2. Now you write P of xy equals, they are small letter xy, they have taken, write the formula, and the ratio is here m1 is to m2 equals 1 is to 2. So you take m1 equals 1, m2 equals 2 you take. So here the formula is m1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2 and m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. Then P of xy equals m1 is 1, x2 is minus 2 plus m2 is 2, x1 is 4. Here x1 is there, x2 is there, m1 is there, m2 is there. By what? m1 plus m2, that is 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2. Then you take m1. What is the value of m1? Again you take 1 into y2. y2 is minus 3 plus m2. m2 is 2. y1 is minus 1 by 1 plus 2. By 1 plus 2. So you take P of xy equals 1 into minus 2 plus 8 by 3. Then 1 into minus 3 minus 2 by 1 plus 2. Then P of xy equals minus 2 plus 8 is 6 by 3, minus 2 minus 5 is minus 5 by 3. Then you can write 3 ones are 3 twos are. So P of xy equals, you write 2 minus 5 by 3. Coordinates of the first point P are 2 minus 5 by 3. Now the second trisecting point, that is Q, which divides AB in the ratio 2:1. Now you consider the same points A of 4 minus 1 and B of minus 2 minus 3, and M1 is to M2 is 2:1. So you take M1 equals 2, M2 equals 1. Then you take Q of capital X capital Y equals, you write the same formula, M1 x2 plus m2 x1 by m1 plus m2, and also m1 y2 plus m2 y1 by m1 plus m2. Then Q of xy equals, m1 is 2 into x2, x2 is minus 2 plus m2 is 1, x1 is 4 by 2 plus 1. Then m1 is 2, y2 is minus 3 plus m2 is 1, y1 is minus 1 by 2 plus 1. Then Q of xy equals, 2 into minus 2 is minus 4 plus 4 by 3. Then 2 into minus 3 is 6 plus 1 into minus 1 is minus 1 by 3. You got 2 into minus 1 is minus 6, 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. Then Q of xy equals, minus 4 plus 4 is 0, 0 by 3. Then minus 6 minus 1 is minus 7 by 3. Then it becomes q of xy equals 0 minus 7 by 3. These are the coordinates of the second point q. They are 0 minus 7 by 3. Now the third question. To conduct sports day activities in rectangular shaped school ground ABCD, lines have been drawn with chalk powder at a distance of 1 meter each. 100 flower pots have been placed at a distance of 1 m from each other along AD as shown in the figure. Niharika runs 1 by 4th the distance AD on the second line and posts a green flag. Preet runs 1 by 5 parts of the distance of AD on the 8th line and posts a red flag. What is the distance between both the flags? If Rashmi has to post a blue flag exactly halfway between the line segment joining the two flags, where should she post her flag? Here two flags are there, green and red, and green flag is on the second line and at a distance of 1 by 4 of the distance AD. Here AD equals 100, so 1 by 4 means that is 100 by 4 equals 25. So what are the coordinates of the point for the green flag? That is, the point is, you take x is 2, y is 100 by 4, that is 25. That is 25. And for red flag it is 8th line, so x coordinate is 8 and y coordinate is, that is 1 by 5 part of the AD. 1 by 5 part means 100 by 5, that is 20. Now we have to find the distance between the 2 points. Let us consider this is a point A and this is a point B. So we have to find AB, and also here there is a blue flag at the midpoint of the line joining AB. So we have to find out that point. Now here you take A is a point with coordinates, that is x coordinate is 2 and next one is 100 by 4, that is what, 225. The coordinates of the point, that is the first flag, green flag, is 225. So let us have that point is A and the coordinates are 2 and 25. Next you take the red flag. The position of the red flag is given, that is on the 8th line. So x coordinate is 8 and 1 by 5 part of the AD, so it is 100 by 5. So you take 8, 20 are the coordinates. Now find AB and also P of xy. Let us have the coordinates of the point which divides AB in the ratio 1:1, means where P is the midpoint of AB. So let us have, that is P of xy. We have to find the value of x and y. Now to find AB, find the distance formula. Now you write AB. AB equals whole root x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. AB equals whole root x2 is 8 minus 2 whole square plus y2 is 20 minus 25 whole square. Then AB equals whole root 8 minus 2 is 6, 6 square plus 20 minus 25 is minus 5 whole square. Then AB equals whole root 6 square is 36 plus minus 5 whole square is 25. So you write AB equals 36 plus 25 is, that is 61. AB equals root 61, that is the distance between the two flags, green flag and red flag. Then you write distance between the flags equals how much? Root 61 meter. Root 61 meter. Then you take the next one is, so here there is one more flag, that is a blue flag in the midway of the halfway of the path between A and B. So here we have to find the coordinates of the point P, which is the midpoint of AB. So we have to use the midpoint formula. Then you take here P of xy is a midpoint of AB of points A to 25 and B 8, 20. Now the ratio, midpoint means the ratio is M1 is to M2 is 1 is to 1. Then the midpoint formula is there, that is you take P of xy equals x2 plus x1 by 2, y2 plus y1 by 2 equals P of xy equals, here again you have x1 y1 x2 y2, then you write x2 plus x1, x2 is 8 plus 2 by 2 and y2 is 20 plus 25 by 2. Then P of xy equals 8 plus 2 is 10, 10 by 2, 20 plus 25 is 45 by 2. Then P of xy equals 10 by 2, 5, 45 by 2, that is 22.5. 22.5. Now here we have to find the point at which the flag should be. The coordinates are here. You got 5 and 22.5. 5 and 22.5. On the fifth line at a distance of 22.5 meter. So you write where we have to, where the third flag should be posted. It is at a distance of 22.5 meter from the x-axis, that is on the fifth line. Therefore you write Rashmi should post her flag on the fifth line, at a distance of 22.5 m, at a distance of 22.5 meter. question, find the ratio in which the line segment joining the points minus 3, 10 and 6 minus 8 is divided by minus 1, 6. In this question, the ratio is not given, but the coordinates of the point which divides the line is given. Now, let A is a point with coordinates 3 and 10, and B is a point with coordinates 6 minus 8, and let P is a point which divides the line joining A and B with the coordinates minus 1, 6. Now let us assume let P divides AB in the ratio M1 is to M2. You can take as it is, or otherwise for the convenient reason you can make it as M1 by M2 is to 1. Now let us consider M1 by M2 is, that is, K is to 1. So it is better to take in the form K is to 1. You will get the answer very easily. So you take the ratio is K is to 1. K means here that is M1 by M2. Directly you will get the value of K, that is nothing but M1 by M2. The ratio you can write easily. Now you take here, you have taken that P divides AB in the ratio K is to 1. Now you write the section formula P of xy equals M1 x2 plus M2 x1 by M1 plus M2 and M1 y2 plus M2 by 1 by M1 plus M2. So write that equals P of xy, you take, these are xy, this is x1 y1, x2 y2. Then you write the value of P of which point it is, minus 1, 6 you write. So directly you can write minus 1, 6. Then you write M1 is, this is M1, this is M2. You have taken M1 means K, you write K, x2 is into 6 plus M2 is 1, x1 is minus 3. See there, x1 is minus 3. Then by M1 plus M2 means K plus 1. Then you write again here M1 is K, y2 is minus 8 plus M2 is 1, y1 is 10 by K plus 1. Then minus 1, 6 equals K into 6 is 6K minus 3 by K plus 1. Then minus 8K, K into minus 8 is minus 8K plus 1 into 10 is 10 by K plus 1. Then you equate first one for first one, that is for x, and this is for y coordinate. Then you write therefore 6K minus 3 by K plus 1 equals minus 1, or you take minus 8K plus 10 by K plus 1 equals 6. Then you solve K by taking any one of the relation. You write it 6K minus 3 equals minus 1 into K plus 1. Then 6k minus 3 equals, multiply minus 1 into k minus k plus minus 1 into 1 minus 1. Then you transfer minus k, 6k plus k equals minus 1 plus 3. 6k plus k is 7k equals minus 1 plus 3 is 3 minus 1, 2. So you got k equals 2 by 7. K equals 2 by 7. That is, k is you have taken m1 by m2. That is, you can write the ratio is 2:7. Therefore, the ratio is, the required ratio is 2 by 7. That is nothing but 2:7. 2:7. You got the ratio. You take this relation, then also you will get the same value. So you take minus 8k plus 10 equals 6 into k plus 1. Then it is 8k plus 10 equals 6k plus 6. Then minus 8k minus 6k. Transfer 6k to the LHS and it is 6 minus 10. So minus 8k minus 6k is 8 minus 6, 14. That becomes minus 14k equals 6 minus 10 is, that is minus 4. You got k equals minus 4 by minus 14. Then 2 2s are 2 7s are, so you got 2 by 7. In both the cases you got the ratio 2:7. You can use any one of the relation or you can use both also.